This is Tuesday. The Warriors freaking suck. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and I'm not even using the H word. I'm just saying this is Tuesday because holy freaking crap was that crazy yesterday. Before I get into my rant that I'm going to get into, I just am. I started this channel because I want to talk sports. I want to interact with the community. I want to talk sports betting, all that kind of stuff. And I also did it so I can get some things off my chest because I just can't say it to my wife. She doesn't care. She rolls her eyes and whatever. So here's my rant of the day. Before we get into everything, we're going to have NBA talk where we have a little discussion on NBA. It's a short slate today. We're going to have a little fun, but the Warriors. Let's just start there. Absolutely freaking pathetic. It was embarrassing. It was one of the worst things I've ever seen. They played a bunch of backups. Like, seriously, the starting five for the Grizzlies was probably watching this game from all their hospital beds and just laughing. It was unfreaking believable. I don't care what happens. You cannot lose to a Grizzlies team like that. It's not just because I lost my bet. It was just absolutely pathetic. They had 19 turnovers that turned into 30 points for the Grizzlies. That's just not even coming focused. I mean, this is Steve Kerr's, everybody. I said if they lose to the Grizzlies, they need to tear it up. Tear this freaking thing up. You guys are done. It was an unbelievable dynasty. You have nothing to hold your head down for. It was unbelievable. You guys were awesome. It is over. It is absolutely over. This is a joke, and I know it's one game. Let me overreact. They had 25 fouls to 12. It was just unbelievable. If you had the Grizzlies -8, you won. I don't even know what to say about that. If you had the Grizzlies -8, you won. I think the odds for that were plus infinity. It was absolutely terrible. Just tear it up. They're not one piece away. Clay and Wiggins are shells of themselves. Steph is still a stud, obviously, but he's, a little bit more inconsistent. He is getting older. Draymond Green, he's one headlock away from finding a new career. The whole thing is a freaking joke. You lost to the Grizzlies. GG, whatever his name is, was just knocking down threes. But in all honesty, the three-point percentage for both teams, it wasn't that far off. The points off turnovers, the Warriors absolutely dominated in the paint, and it didn't matter. They scored just barely over 100. And also, kudos to the Grizzlies. I have to give them kudos. The coach and LM, they're playing hard. They're fighting. Good for them. Steve Kerr and this Warriors team is absolutely toast, and I'm angry about it, and that's all I'm going to say. Okay, let's move on. Golf video update. We're going to do one this week, but our first ever golf preview and best bets video is going to be delayed 1 week. We will start it next week now. We got a weird tournament this week. It's Pro-Am, which means you're playing with celebrities. You're playing on like 3 different courses. So it's not my favorite tourney, and some weird things happen, but I'll still give out my best bets on X and Discord for that tournament. And before we get into what's going on in this video and our NBA discussion, let's pull up the new Jabo MVP. There it is. We got a new member for a Jabo MVP. Thank you very much at Randall Roberts 9509. We appreciate the support. If you guys want to join, it is $2.99 a month. It's just to help support this channel, to be honest with you. If we bring any value, if we help you with your sports betting, if we've helped you at any way and you want to give back $2.99 a month, less than a dozen of eggs right now, we would really appreciate the support. Obviously, never required, but always appreciated. So thank you to the new Jabo MVP. The link is below if you want to join. Anyways, it's Tuesday now. Let's talk some NBA. Last time we did this, we had the best dunker ever, I believe was the topic, but here is the one for today. The most memorable NBA moment for you. It can be positive, it can be negative. It's not favorite, it's just the most memorable to you. I have 2 of them. And for some reason, they're actually both kind of negative. I'm not sure. I guess it's just a negative day. I don't know what happened. But either way, the first one is the Nuggets beating my Seattle Supersonics in the first round in Game 5. The Nuggets were the 8 seed. The Sonics were the 1 seed. It was the first time an 8 seed has ever beat a 1 seed. That year, our Sonics won a franchise record 64 games. 64 games. They were up 2-0 in the series. Those were a best of 5, and they lost 3 straight. I'll always remember Dikembe Mutombo laying on the ground, looking up, just absolutely thrilled when they won Game 5 in Seattle, which, by the way, in that year, we only lost like 4 or 5 home games all year. But Game 5 we add to the list. Kind of reminds me of the Mariners, who won 116 games and still never made the World Series because they are the Mariners. And by the way, I was only like 8 years old, and I remember that very, very well. The other one, Malice at the Palace, Ron Artest, the fight, him going into the stands. It was complete mayhem. I never seen anything like it. I remember where I was and everything. I mean, that was absolutely bonkers. It really was. So, those are my two most memorable NBA moments. Leave a comment below. Let me know yours. This is the fun part, especially when we only got 3 games to talk about. Let's have some fun, talk past NBA, and I'm sure you guys are going to have some great answers like you always do. So, anyways, those are the most memorable moments in this video. We're going to recap yesterday, 1-2 day yesterday. That's right, we still won the added bet, but 2 terrible losers. But we'll talk about that. And then it's shooting guard day. We will talk. I can't even talk anyway. So we're going to talk defenses that give up the most points, the most rebounds, and the most assists to the shooting guard position. And then we're going to give you a best bet. That's right, just one. We have 3 games, and one of them has the entire starting 5 questionable. Another 2 have 2 teams playing on a back-to-back, and we don't know who's playing. It is brutal out there. But I will give you one bet with any added ones in the pinned comments, of course. And then we'll wrap it all up with the bets recap. So hit that like button, leave a comment below. Thank you so much for letting me rant. I appreciate it. I feel better now. I do. I can move on. I have my closure. But I appreciate all the support this week. Let's keep it rolling. And it starts with the bets recap. Oh, man. Oh, man. You ever made a terrible bet and then have to get on YouTube and talk about it? Probably not, but I did. Scotty freaking Barnes. I have no doubt in my mind he watched our video. There's just no way, because when I call a guy, Scotty doesn't know how to rebound Barnes. That's what happens. And that's my bet for calling him that. I should have never done it. That game was absolutely bonkers. Siakam had 0 rebounds at halftime as the power forward. They had Scotty Barnes was just down low getting every single rebound somehow that game. And he wasn't doing it the prior 7 or 8 games with how he was playing. I didn't watch the entire game. I don't know if it's just a scheme-wise or strategy or what happened, or if he finally got aggressive because he watched my video. I'm just joking, but I just barely missed. I think what you guys misunderstood is I did not say under 6.5. I said to take the double of 6.5, ladder it all the way up to 13. No, I'm just joking. That would have been nice though. Good odds. Terrible read by me. Terrible bet. I love the numbers. I don't know what to say. It's just something different happened on the court. Maybe it was a different strategy. But Warriors and Jazz moneyline parlay. I already got my closure. No further comment at this time. Jazz won easily. Hartenstein, 10 plus rebounds. Market and 8 plus rebounds was the added play of the day for the winner. The Steiner. I'm just going to call him the Steiner. 3-0 on our bets. Trying to join Mr. Kobe White and join the Jabbo Hall of Fame crew. He is not there yet. You can't just go 3-0. But my goodness, is this guy a rebounding absolute machine. Laurie Marketing, he ended with 10. I almost thought about taking a little sprinkle on his double-double. I wish I did. But anyways, he got 10, so hit the 8 plus rebounds. That was a nice winner to at least make up a little bit for the 2 losses. So that's what we're 1-2 on the day. Overall record 95-88, up 6.46 units. Now, before we get into the best bets, let's talk some shooting guards. All right, we start out with the points. On the left side, the 10 defenses giving up the most points to the shooting guard position. And only 3 games today, so you're not going to see a lot of arrows of matchups, but the only one we have on this page is Bradley Beal of the Phoenix Suns, averaging 22.2 points per game. This is all the last 15 days. He is going up against the Sacramento Kings, giving up 25.11. Mavericks up there, giving up almost 26 points per game. Pistons not far behind, as well as the Bucks and Kings. So that's what we got. Other than that, on the right side, Rozier, I believe, is day-to-day, or he is hurt a little bit, so stay tuned for that, or check that out. Alec Burks down there playing good for the Pistons now that Cade Cunningham is out, averaging 20.3 points per game. So that's something just to keep an eye on. So anyways, that's the most points per game in the last 15 days for the shooting guards. Let's go check out the rebounds now. And I'm sorry, we have no arrows. That's right, no matchups. Mavericks right up there again, giving up the most rebounds to the shooting guard position. And then Kyrie Irving, Josh Giddey, Levine, Josh Hart, who I believe is technically a shooting guard, not a small forward. Some of these can be tough, just so you guys know. But Jalen Green, Tyler Hero to round it out. We got Bradley Beal down there as well. So that's the rebounds. Take a screenshot. Let's go check out the assists now. Lakers giving up the most assists to the shooting guard position, but this is one of those stats where you can tell there's not a big difference from 1 to 10. Lakers 6.2, Rockets 5.45. No matchups again with the small 3-game slate, but Austin Reeves, the most assists per game, I believe he's a shooting guard. You know what? I don't exactly know because, NBA is just tough to tell exactly. But he is averaging 6.2 assists. Malik Monk, 6.1. Irving is, pretty much a point guard, especially when Luka doesn't play. He is the point guard. So you take that for what it is. Giddy 6, Levine back now having 6 assists per game, so on and so on. We got a tie at 10th with Jordan Clarkson and Karis LeVert of the Jazz and the Cavs at 5 per game. So, anyways, not a ton of matchups. Usually we'll have some arrows and help you guys out with that, but not with 3 games only. So that is the shooting guard position. And now, before we get into our best bet of the day, let's check out BetMGM. All right, thanks to our partnership with OddsShopper, we have an incredible promotion that we have to keep telling you about because it is a limited time offer. And guys, it is incredible. New customers bet $5, you get $158 instantly in bonus bets. There are no strings attached. You literally just go sign up using the link below. You got to click on that link, go sign up. You have to deposit $10 minimum. That's it. And you only have to bet 5 of those dollars. Bet it on a big parlay. Try to go get some winners. But whether you win or lose, you're still getting $158 instantly in bonus bets. I mean, it is an incredible deal. Like I said, just click that link below. You must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Now, let's check out the best bet. All right, here we go. We only got one bet for you on the video. There's 3 games and a ton of injuries. So if I have any added ones, it will be in the pinned comments, but let's get into it. We got the LA Clippers hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Clippers minus 4.5. Total in this game, 236.5. Against the spread, Thunder 26-12-1 ATS, the best against the spread team in the NBA. 10-7-1 ATS on the road, while the Clippers 20-19 against the spread, 11-9 at home. Over under, Thunder 23-16 to the over, and the Clippers 22-16-1 to the under, the third biggest under team in the NBA. Now, like I mentioned, it's tough out there today. So player props weren't even out yet for this game. And the Denver Nuggets game, there are 5 starters that are all questionable. So there's just not a lot to pick from. So I like the game bet in this one, and I'm going to take a side. It is the Clippers minus 4.5 as my best bet at minus 115 on DraftKings. I am going to say this. It is like 10:30 at night at my time. This is the line on DraftKings. If you don't see it until later in the morning the next day, it might be different. FanDuel already has it at minus 5.5. So I'm going to get some value here, 4.5. Dropped it on the Discord so they can get it quickly. But Clippers are in a good scheduling spot here at home against the Thunder. OKC just finished up playing against the Lakers last night when they just lost to them. And going into that game, SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, was a game-time decision. He ended up playing, but on a second night of a back-to-back when your star player was already a game-time decision yesterday, I'm not saying he's not going to play, but without any news right now, there's a chance he doesn't. And if he does not play, this line is going to skyrocket. It will not sit at 4.5 if there is no SGA. So I think this is a chance to get some value on it. Obviously, I still like it if SGA plays. This is not just me hoping a prayer, if he plays or not. But Clippers are just absolutely rolling right now, especially at home. They are 11-1 in their last 12 home games. And of those 11 wins, 10 of them have been by 5 or more points. So when they win, they cover spreads. They win pretty well. 17-4 since December 1st. That's right, 17-4. That is pretty impressive. One of the hottest teams in the NBA. They are the number 1 3-point shooting team since December 1st at 41.8%. They are also defensively allowing the 4th least amount of points on defense the last 20 games. They're just playing well on both sides of the ball right now, especially Paul George. And a little side bet option. Again, there's no player props. I don't know what the lines are. But Paul George might not be a bad idea to take a peek at for 3 balls if you want to take the over there. He has shot 9+ threes in 7 straight games. That's right. He is becoming a high volume 3-ball shooter, spot, catch, and shoot. He's made 4+ threes in 7 straight games. That's right. 4+ threes in 7 straight games. So he's rolling right now, just taking a ton of shots. I think he just shot 13 last game. So the volume is there for him. See where the line is. If that's at 3.5, I may not mind the over on that one. That's for sure, because he's hit 4 already or more in 7 straight. But that's just a little side thing to look at just to help you guys out. But I just think on this one, we have to ride the red hot Clippers. I know the Thunder are a good team. I know that we've tailed them many, many times. I think they are one of the better teams in the NBA. And they played good on the second night of a back-to-back as well. But the reason for that is because they played some pretty crappy teams. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, they have played teams like the Blazers twice, the Pistons, the Hawks, which they actually ended up losing. That was the second night after playing the Celtics, and then they played the Knicks. That was the best team they faced. So this will be their biggest challenge of the second night of a back-to-back. If SGA doesn't play, it's going to be huge. I just love how these guys are playing. I love how Harden's playing. This big three is rolling right now. Westbrook has his role off the bench, and he's not taking over too much, being ineffective and things like that. So I just like how they're playing on offense, on defense, and if this team gets hot shooting the three, they can beat absolutely anybody in the NBA. So I like the scheduling spot. Give me the LA Clippers minus 4.5 as my one and only best bet in this video. Let's check out the bets recap. All right, there it is. The one and only bet Clippers minus 4.5 at minus 115 on DraftKings. Again, it's 5.5 on FanDuel as of recording this the night before. So if you do want to tail it, I would jump on it as soon as you can because if SGA does get ruled out, then this will be great value. That's for sure. So that is my one and only bet. Any added plays will be in the pinned comments below. Again, only 3 games. Every starter for Denver is questionable. But if they are all healthy, we got Jokic versus Embiid. That should be a good game. And then we got the Suns and Kings in the other game. There's some decent ones there that if I have any leans or best bets, I will put in the pinned comments just to give you guys all my ideas and things like that. So leave a comment below. Let me know what your favorite memorable moment was in the NBA, like we mentioned in the intro. Can't wait to read those. Small slate. If this is a day you need a break, want to take a break, this is not a bad one, that's for sure. But anyways, I appreciate all the support. I hope everyone has a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.